Nak tengok feedback drama sikit.
I cry a lot. It's very very emotional.
Tiba-tiba ada avalanche. Kau jadi macam, dah satu masalah, ada lagi masalah lain pula ni kan.
Wanuxi.
Hey, what's up? My name is Jeremy, and today is a fantastic day because we're going to be talking about Death Stranding 2 on the beach. It is one of the most anticipated games of the year, and I am seated accompanied by huge fans of Death Stranding and huge fans of Death Stranding 2 on the beach, I'm pretty sure. But so let's get the introductions underway.
Hi, my name is Zhafran. I'm Zhafvlog. Okay, I do movie reviews on YouTube.
Hello, Assalamualaikum semua. Nama saya Najmi daripada Component. Aku buat banyak video konten gaming, YouTube dan macam-macam lah pasal gaming.
Hello, saya Maxhaze. Boleh panggil Max. Boleh cari dekat Facebook, Twitch, TikTok. Lebih kepada variety gaming, mostly Sony console gaming.
We've actually had the opportunity to play a little bit of the game, and we'll be breaking down some of our thoughts, our opinions, and sharing. But before we get into Death Stranding 2 on the beach, let's talk about Death Stranding, the first game. What were some of the standout moments from the games that you guys really held on to?
Sebenarnya aku tak expect tahun 2000 onwards ni ada game yang bawa barang yang deliver dan somehow bila dah sampai ke checkpoint tu kau rasa puas hati tau. Kau jadi macam wah, ada orang appreciate usaha aku bawa benda yang simple. Like it's really simple thing to do, and I think that's the highlight of my personal gaming experience tu Death Stranding yang pertama lah.
One of the cool things is back in even the Death Stranding is the social stand system. Like whenever you walk a certain path many times and other players walk the same path, it shows that there's a lot of people using the same path as you. So it's very cool that they create in a way, social system where all the porters, technically all the gamers in the world is using the same path as you. So it feels like you're not alone in the world technically while you're alone, but you still
It's saying you're using the meta path.
Yeah.
Since everyone is using that path.
Since the game is about connection, right? So it's you connection with the other player as well.
Now, speaking of connection, Najmi, I hear that you were actually at some point connected and got the chance to meet Hideo Kojima as well. That's a really cool experience. Tell us more about that.
So it was back in November, I think it was early December or November 2019. So I was at Singapore, the World Stand Tour, the first World Stand Tour at Singapore, where there's an event organized by PlayStation Asia. So where I met personally both Hideo Kojima and Yoji Shinkawa. So maybe Max, you can deliver me the
Let me port you the item.
Yeah. Oh, you hit the mic there, so
Yeah.
it's gonna be like A only.
You have to yes. Shake it first.
So I met both Yoji Shinkawa and Hideo Kojima-san. So they signed my BB38 port. So it was very a cool experience over at the World Center. There's a lot of Q&A session, and one of the cool moment is they have this parcel, box courier. They sent all the way from the audience, all the way from the back to Kojima-san himself. And inside there's, I think it was like congratulations on the Death Stranding launch message or something like that inside
Like
of the
gimmick,
box. It's kind of like gimmick, but it's very cool concept of sending the courier player by players until to the task at the mission, the final part as well.
It's very touching as well. It's very, very cool stuff. All right, now it's time to talk about Death Stranding 2 on the beach. Everybody here has had an experience with it already. Everybody here has seen the trailers. Now, let's talk about first impressions.
Apa yang aku suka adalah apa yang ditunjuk dalam ni adalah watak-watak yang available, yang ada, yang dekat dalam Death Stranding 2, and somehow bila kita main the game, yang kita finally meet them, and they have so much life in them, so much character and expression and everything yang makes you macam in love with the character, in love with the story.
The expression was so good, and
exactly. It's when you play the trailer, it's YouTube compress everything, but when you play the game at the PS5 Pro 4K and it looks so good, so lifelike. It's very amazing experience I ever played video games.
The gameplay was very good. It was so optimized, in my opinion, from just the few hours that I played. I like the controls, the feel, the visuals. Like Najmi said, the facial expressions of the characters is so good. But for me, it's the landscape. The detail of the landscape was beautiful. And yeah, just the controls and everything. The gameplay was so much fun. Compared to DS1, I think they improved so much for DS2.
I'm just totally blown. When I first watched the trailer, I was confused, and but basically that was the original reaction for both of the games. Okay, when you watch the trailer, you are getting confused by every bit of the trailer. But when I played the game, and I was like, oh, it's only shown like a small percentage of the game.
And now, without giving away any spoilers, because this is a spoiler-free conversation, what were some of your favorite parts of Death Stranding 2 on the beach?
For me, one of the cool thing about Death Stranding 2 is obviously the story on how everything, because if you play the Death Stranding first, you know there's a lot thing going on, there's a lot thing about the beach, the Death Stranding and everything. And when you play the second game, there's a whole lot, they expand the lore, the story of it, and the character as well, especially the Drawbridge crew, Tarman, Rainy, Tomorrow and everyone. They really expand the character, they really bring out the character, especially the Sam Porterbridges. His adventure in this game is very heartwarming. And I'm not gonna lie, I cry a lot playing this game. I cry a lot. It's very, very emotional adventure that you going through you connecting every chiral network and everything. It was such a heartwarming experience. At the same time, it was such an epic journey.
Ayah, sembang ni pun macam nak nangis dah.
Sebab sikit. Still bagi aku macam apa yang menarik berkenaan Destiny tu adalah depa memang kembangkan the whole character, not just Sam Porterbridges, the returning character macam Fragile. Kita ada macam character lain, macam kita ada musuh hits kembali, tapi of course I won't spoil anything about him, but he is very cool, very crazy this time around. And of course the whole world, the world building, oh my god, the world building in this game is such amazing. You have all the tar, all the BT, all the Destiny, all the Destiny, everything. It felt like this world is very unique and new, something that I've never seen before, like in my life, in playing video game, in experience any such narrative driven style of game like this.
The gameplay improves a lot compared to the first one. The first one was a bit slow, but the second one, if you guys like action, the second one has more action packed, more weapons, more guns. It was one of the boss fight was very, very fun. Shooting everything, blowing stuff up. But going to the basic side that you guys saw on the trailer, there was a monorail. So the monorail system in the game is actually very cool. You guys gotta try it. It makes the transporting much more better. Trust me. You just gotta try it.
Alright, now Zaf, I know you review films as well. And the thing about Death Stranding 2 on the beach, anything that Hideo Kojima works on is this cinematic scale. Visually, it feels like a movie. And can you break it down for us? Like, what is it about Death Stranding 2 that has that effect?
Aku rasa ini bukanlah isu. Aku rasa konsep Death Stranding punya storytelling ni sebenarnya dia based on unorthodox kind of storytelling. Dia bukan mainstream punya filem. Dia memang basically memang kau akan rasa jalan cerita dia akan berpatah-patah balik. Sebab dia memang bukan style, kalau boleh katakan dia macam lebih kurang macam filem art. Kalau korang pernah tengok cerita-cerita yang art berat ke, orang panggil art berat semua ni, lebih kurang lah macam kau tengok dekat Death Stranding ni. Dia punya jalan cerita tu agak quite confusing, tapi at the same time kau akan banyak persoalkan dan sampai penghujung pay off benda pada story tu yang buatkan kau jadi puas pada penghujung filem, pada penghujung game lah untuk konsep filem kan. Selain itu aku rasa yang menampakkan Death Stranding ni lebih ke arah ke perfilman adalah star-studded cast. Lea Seydoux, my favorite actress of all time. It was like an A-list Hollywood punya production. And physically diorang berlakon dalam filem ni memang menampakkan this is not a gameplay sahaja. Dia memang totally a film experience. Seperti menonton wayang dekat hall cinema.
Aku bila cakap pasal movie pun kalau anyone yang ingat lah, salah satu benda yang Death Stranding 1 yang popular adalah ending 2 jam. So the ending is literally a movie. The
Dah kena
cutscene,
standby popcorn
yes, the ending sampai banyak kali aku punya DualShock disconnect sebabkan atas sebabkan cutscene tu berlangsung ya kan. Atas sebab, tapi itulah yang membuatkan Death Stranding is very different. Walaupun yes, it's a cinematic experience, but it's a cinematic experience yang hanya kita boleh experience dalam video game.
Betul.
Sebab the gabungan the interactive of video game, the sound, oh my god, the sound, alamak, the songs, the sound effect.
Wajib ada home theater pula.
Oh
Aduh.
yeah. Oh, this is such a memang experience yang sangat-sangat unik lah. Dan hanya I would say only video game can terjemahkan Death Stranding ni untuk jadi satu medium yang sangat-sangat unik.
So we've spoken a little bit about some of the visual beats, the story beats and stuff like that. Now, gameplay-wise, what were some of the new features in Death Stranding 2 on the beach that you guys were really big fans of? Like, personally for me, my favorite thing was soothing Lou. I'm a big fan of like playing with babies.
Yeah.
Because in a video game, the baby...
You want to soothe?
You can turn it off later if you don't want to when you're done playing. What about you guys?
No more pot. Now it's like actual Lou.
For me, aku rasa benda yang paling ketara dalam game ni, which is sebelum ni kalau Death Stranding yang pertama, kau bawa barang kat belakang dan kau mendaki gunung, kau rasa macam itu dah susah dah. Kena bawa, kena stir benda tu kadang-kadang ke kiri ke kanan tu kan. Tapi untuk kali ni, untuk Death Stranding yang kedua, kau ada apa nama betul tu?
Gempa bumi.
Gempa bumi. Lepas tu bila dah gempa bumi dekat snowy punya mountain, tiba-tiba ada avalanche. Kau jadi macam, dah satu masalah, ada lagi masalah lain pula ni kan. So masa tu memang aku rasa macam one of the moments yang aku macam mana aku nak lepas level ni. Masa tu memang, plus masa avalanche tu berlaku, the haptic feedback memang memberikan aku awareness lah. Sebab bila earthquake tu berlaku, kau rasa macam dah settle lah. Rupanya ada avalanche nak on the way ke jalan aku kan. Itu one of the things yang aku suka lah game yang second.
So for me, one of the few things that they add is like a moving base, which is DHV Magellan. As you can see here, the head over there. So one of the few things with the best part of Magellan is like you can travel with the Magellan thing. So this time it's kind of like a fast travel, like the beach jump with Fragile from the first game. But this time around kita boleh jump. Ada certain port dengan Magellan ni. Dan sadly kalau kita guna Magellan tu untuk nak hantar kargo, dia akan kurangkan rating lah. Tapi of course lah untuk takdikan. Tapi sekurangnya this time bila kita nak jump from place to place, ada Magellan akan bantu. Dan pada masa yang sama there's a private base dan kita ada private room kita sendiri, kita boleh lepak situ. Dan ada VR training, kita boleh buat segala training dalam Magellan tu untuk nak learn segala order equipment, weapon semua, yang memang improve a lot lah from the previous game, yang making this game way more fun, way more engaging to like travel around the world inside of Death Stranding 2.
Aku rasa at one point during DS1, a lot of people got annoyed when they offload their cargo.
Oh, I remember that. Yes.
Yeah.
When you offload in DS1, everything goes everywhere.
Yeah.
But the good thing about DS2, you can unload it as one item, like one box.
Yeah.
Like the whole stack, nicely there. So,
Such a relief.
For example, you're facing a boss fight, the load is bothering you. Offload for now, fight the boss first, then pick it up. The other thing is the auto
arrange cargo.
the auto arrange cargo, which you can use your D-pad.
Yeah, shortcut.
That shortcut is very good. Very good quality of life in this game.
Yeah.
I think a lot of fans from DS1 would appreciate what they did in DS2.
So Death Stranding 2 also has its fair share of enemies, and I was just wondering, amongst the bunch of us here, what are your favorite like approaches to taking them out? Are you guys like close up, straight up, all out combat? Do you like to do things stealth, something in between, something else? What are your personal preferences strategy wise?
Aku personally memang akan pilih stealth lah. Sebab aku jenis yang agak cepat, cemas. So kalau ada siapa-siapa yang tiba-tiba ramai pula, so memang aku akan pilih untuk senyap-senyap bunuh satu-satu.
For me personally, I prefer to choose stealth because this game dia fokus dalam bentuk open world kan. So one of the best part of the game is like whenever you reach your destination untuk base untuk kita nak go in, nak grab the item apa semua, kita duduk luar tepi base sikit, kita boleh plan the route, kita build the watch tower, and then kita boleh tengok all the enemy dekat mana, location dekat mana apa semua, dan kita set, okay, kita letak waypoint, okay, kita ke sini dulu, and then tu part of the part of Death Stranding 2 punya interesting part of gameplay tau. Kita strategize. Bila kita stealth, kita bukan sekadar just stealth masuk. Kali ni dia kembali strength kembali. Kita boleh ikat musuh, bola gun pun kembali. There's a new one, stun bola gun. Sebenarnya bola gun pun ada electric. And then ada, kalau lawan BT pula, kita ada block boomerang yang kita boleh potong dia punya tali tu kan. So very very cool approach yang ada dalam ni, yang memang walaupun bukan go all out pun, tapi stealth pun memang sangat fun, memang enjoy gila.
Very nice. You're a bit of a ninja lah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What about you, Max?
I am an honorable and respectable person.
Right.
So I usually walk in the front door and say hello.
Oh, okay.
So I don't go through the back doors like this. So yeah, I come, I hello, bang bang.
Now, I want to know personally for you guys, what was one scenario that was super satisfying for you guys to handle?
For me, going in stealth lah. Because whenever you go to approach the base, like whenever you plan your way out, when you put the watchtower things, and you can see where the enemy location, where your objective, you can see what is in the new post board and everything. Like you can plan everything out, and then you manage to go in stealth, manage to clear the base, stealth, zero warning, everything. It felt so satisfying, especially the strength rope, right? You can ikat everyone. Ikat dia pun tak lewat. Lepas tu you can kick dia pun lagi. Lepas tu kalau dia pun duduk dekat, kita boleh ambil cargo box, kita boleh pukul cargo box lagi.
Nampak lebih realistik je.
So memang banyak approach yang kita boleh buat, and then later on if you unlock a few more gadget, few more fighting move yang memang create memang sangat satisfying lah dia punya action, dan memang sangat cool. Dan juga weapon lah yang paling best, yang mana dia approach this time around sangat banyak gadget yang kita boleh pilih jenis weapon kan.
So the world of Death Stranding 2 is packed with enormous amounts of detail. It's a very beautiful world. What were some of the spots or locations or even features of the world that made exploring feel special?
Aku rasa tadi aku dah sebut pasal tengah mendaki Snowy Mountain.
Yes.
Kan kau tadi ada rasa macam aduh menyesal aku naik ni kan, macam banyak gila halangan dalam bag sengit semua tu, dan nak sampai ke atas tu somehow I felt relief bila dah sampai ke puncak, sebab the view, oh my god, on the peak point, macam wow, so beautiful man. Kalau kau tengok ke atas tu, sebab dia above cloud kalau tak silap.
For me, when you travel around the world dalam Death Stranding, there's so much place to explore, so much place to look at, but I like the part where there's a beautiful place, but there also the moody place, the dark place, which is there's one of the gates, the Lake Tower part. It looks very horroring. Memang nampak seram. If kita personally pun, kalau kita dah main Destiny pun, kita takut nak lalu situ. Tapi still nampak sangat cantik sebab it's huge. The Lake Tower is huge, and you could see so many macam tar hitam-hitam tu kan, air hitam tu yang membuatkan rasa macam patut ke aku lalu ni, patut ke tak aku lalu kan. Tapi nak lalu mission ni, kalau nak ikut shortcut kena lalu kan, tapi takut juga jumpa BT ke apa. Tapi still
Dia ada perasaan tak cuba tak tahu.
Betul. Tapi itu yang membuatkan, bila sebab lake tu kita macam kita ada atas bukit sikit, so kita nampak the whole lake. Sebab kita nampak lah destination kita kat ujung tu, tapi macam nak lalu, nak pusing macam jauh, macam ada banyak bukit lagi lah, halangan. Tapi macam bawah tu macam shortcut, tapi still nampak sangat-sangat cantik lah to see something. Walaupun dia ada bukit bukau yang sangat-sangat cantik menawan, tapi still ada something yang horroring yang menyebabkan masih lagi mesmerize untuk kita lihat dunia Death Stranding ni.
Since they've chosen a few places, I'll pick a different one. I'll go back to the start. So the start of the game itself was already amazing. The cinematic view, after all the cutscene, you are placed in a mountain area.
Yes.
Rocky area. That view was fantastic for me.
Exactly.
I was blown away by the view itself. And then when I started to traverse the mountains, even though I forgot. Did we have a load? I don't think we have
Yeah,
that much.
yeah,
We
it's
have
much.
we have
little
little
bit.
load,
Yeah.
so we weren't that off balance. But that is where the game introduced you to the environment factor,
Yes.
which is the earthquake.
Yeah.
It gave a magnitude of 4, I think. Basically, it was still early in the game, so tutorial stuff.
Yeah.
They wanted to teach you how to balance yourself during the earthquake, which was funny for me. And I kept falling off because I wanted to sprint. I wanted to sprint. I'm not moving slow. I'm gonna sprint. And then Lou was crying.
Yeah, because of the
Yeah. I was like, that was fun. That was good for me for the start.
The thing about Death Stranding 2, the experience when you're playing it, right? You are Sam and you are traveling and you're walking, and a lot of times it's a very solitary journey.
Yeah.
You're by yourself, you're going up and down mountains, in and out of places. However, though, the characters of Death Stranding 2 are still very, very important and very, very integral. I'm just curious as to who were some of your favorite characters, the ones that left an impact on you, and why.
Personally, I think Tomorrow by Elle Fanning.
Yes.
So the character was so.
Why not today?
Yeah, there's a sequence in this game where she fights a lot of the red.
The Ghost Mat.
Ghost Mat tu. Benda tu macam wow, mesmerizing masa dia tengah fight kan. Macam wow, this is totally a huge amount of impact on me. I macam totally macam tengah main game tu macam tenganga tengok.
Yeah, the action very cool
the
kan.
slip and slide.
Nampak Tomorrow dia lagi kuat daripada Sam.
Macam ini kalau Sam mampus sih.
Was it the first trailer or second trailer where they introduced the doll?
Yeah,
the doll man, yeah. I was intrigued for the doll man since then. He looked very cool. He feels very, how do you say, like the comedic guy in the game. So it was fun having him as our partner, I guess. He banters with us. We can even talk with him back in camp. And there is one part which is very cool that you gotta try it yourself.
Okay, yeah.
In the music player,
Yeah,
you just play a music and watch Dollman.
yeah.
I'm not gonna say what he does.
It's
Just
very cool.
watch Dollman.
Yeah. For me, Death Stranding 1 and 2, we have a very cool character 1 and 2. One of part I love the character. One is Cliff, which is played by Matt Maxhaze, which is one of very important character at the same time very cool, very different on how they approach to that character. And this time around we have Neil, which again provide one of the most important part of the main story and one of the most coolest character I've seen playing Death Stranding 2. But I won't talk a whole lot about him because, of course, still you guys gotta check out Neil. He's a very cool person. You will love him. You will see his struggle. You will see his adventure. You will know about him more when you play the game and how everything connected, how his story is important in the world of Death Stranding 2. And I really, really fell in love with this character, and I hope that people will do the same when they play the game.
Were there particular experiences or interactions that really stood out to you that were your favorite between the characters? Which one was yours? Just curious to find out.
Lou probably one of the most important part in Death Stranding 1, where first we know him as just BB-28. He's just a number. He's just an equipment for us to see the BT side. And then we know what happened at the end of the Death Stranding 1 and how right now we living with Sam and Lou is living together, and how the connection between these two characters and how Sam taking care of Lou and everything, and it's the connection of between those two is something that I think no one can replicate. How we going to the game from east to the west, like for the American, and right now we can still continue on the second game, which is very, very important of the part of the game.
I think the fatherhood relationship between
exactly
Sam and Lou is very resonating real life relationship between the father and the daughter. So I think that's my personal opinion also.
Yeah. And then we have the returning characters such as Fragile.
Yeah.
Fragile relationship with Sam this time around is much more
Yeah, the
important.
character development is quite interesting
Yes.
to see between Fragile and Sam. Yeah.
As we wrap up, one final question. If there is one tip you could give to anybody who's watching this and they want to get into Death Stranding 2, what would your tip be?
Aku punya tip ni bukan daripada dalam segi gameplay, tapi lebih kepada luar gameplay, which is the device itself. So better kalau korang nak main Death Stranding 2 ni, lebih baik korang gunakan PS5 Pro with a 4K display, and hopefully using Pulse 3D headset, memang korang akan totally immersed di dalam Dolby Atmos punya surround system, and kau bakal menikmati keindahan dan keajaiban yang bakal berlaku kat dalam Death Stranding 2.
Ya, aku rasa awal tadi aku ada sebut juga kot yang please layan dalam 4K,
Betul.
screen besar.
Exactly.
Because it's cinema. It's pure cinema the game.
Absolute cinema.
Yeah.
I totally recommend to spend the time untuk do the deliveries untuk the purpose, because once you get them to level up on certain level, you will get a reward that is well worth it, that will help you throughout the whole gameplay and make your life easy. Seriously, I promise you, he will make your life easy if you do a certain purpose, the NPC thing, and you level up on certain level. It will improve a lot.
Aku bagi basic yang semua orang tahu, tapi kadang-kadang maybe korang anggap remeh. Just hot. Ambil je semua benda. Guna tak guna belakang cerita.
Yeah.
Baik ada daripada tak ada.
Penuhkan sampai dekat tangan tu.
Bag tu penuh tak apa. Nanti offload lah. Kan? Hot je.
All right, and there we have it. So let's end with a little quick rating. How would you rate Death Stranding 2?
Oh, macam biasa dekat Zaf Vlog, 5/5 Infinity Stars.
For me, obviously 10 out of 10. Absolute cinema.
Absolutely.
Max?
Nak bagi 10 berat. For now, aku just bagi solid 9. For now saja. Kan, nak tengok feedback drama sikit. Kan.
Just to be lain dari yang lain.
Nanti orang macam, kenapa tak 10? Kalau korang enjoy DS1, korang akan mind blown dengan DS2.
Yes, exactly. If you like Death Stranding 1, you're gonna love this game. It's well worth the experience. Seriously, I'm talking seriously. It's good.
And there you have it. We hope you enjoyed talking about the world of Death Stranding 2 on the beach with us, because we know we had a blast doing it. Now, before we do sign off, just a little reminder that if you want to win yourself some exclusive, amazing Death Stranding 2 merchandise and potentially Death Stranding 2 on the Beach Collector's Edition, there is a contest happening on the PlayStation Asia Facebook and Instagram page. Check out the details there. Follow PlayStation Asia for more information, more up-to-date stories, games, info, all that good stuff. And we'll see you in the next one. Take care.